welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 268. Can I make this any more energetic? Probably. I am your co-host, Kiley Wilde, and I'm full of mead, which is a drink, in case you're wondering. And I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
Hello? I don't know if I could do any more energetic. I was trying to think whether I could, and I went, no.
I know. The funny thing is, for the folks at home and the beautiful people in our chat, is 5 minutes before we went live, well, it was more like 15 or 20 minutes. Yeah, we do our pre-show checks and stuff. And Pete and I were both just like, low energy. This could be a low energy episode. No. And then I drank meat.
Yeah.
It's an interesting drink. It is literally like drinking honey. But I had to thin it because I'm not big on sweet stuff, and it's very sweet. It's like a dessert wine. That's why it's like that. Anyway,
kind of like the same thing you have an amaretto after dinner.
Yeah, I would compare it to that. I was gonna say something because we're on a show live as it happens right now. I don't remember. So I have the memory of a goldfish today. Pete will have to take charge. That's what it is. Pete, this is the part where I ask guests how they do and what games they're playing. But today, okay, here's another thing, folks. We're recording on a Saturday night.
Oh, don't give the game away. Yeah, through the magic of the internet, this was going to go out Monday.
No, because they know. If they've been listening for 6 years, and of course they have, they know when we don't record on Sundays, my brain can't compensate because I have Asperger's. And if my routine is changed, I cannot get my brain back on track. So it's Saturday. Saturday night. With that said, this is a part of the show where I ask our guests what they've been doing. And hello, Flame!
Hello.
How are you?
According to Pylord, they just started the boring bit. Fantastic.
Why don't you come down to twitch.tv/rapid reviews and watch for yourself? Pete, I don't remember what I said. How's your week been? What have you been playing?
Yeah, the week's been interesting. Busy, very, very busy, but that's life. Let's not talk about adult life. That sucks. Yeah, I've been playing some games this week. I've been playing a few, which I'm quite happy to discuss.
Well, one of them we're definitely going to discuss, but not right now.
We will save that for a little bit. I've played one... So I've played two new games and one older game that's been on my backlog for a few months that I decided to jump into. So I'll cover one of the new ones first. It will be quick. I jumped into the Server Slam for Marathon.
Oh, yes. I want to know how that went.
It's now uninstalled after 2 games.
Okay. I am not surprised, but tell me, can you talk a little bit about it?
I can try. Unfortunately, I don't think they particularly explain things overly well. I think it's just one of the things is, I mean, it's an extraction shooter. Extraction shooters are not really my kind of thing anyway. Yeah. I will be living to eat those words properly very soon. We'll get into that.
Okay.
So it's not really my kind of thing. The positives. The gunplay is absolutely solid, as per usual, as you would expect with a Bungie game.
Yeah.
The variety of weapons is decent. The actual shooting mechanics are great. The traversal is fine. It's got the modern sensibilities of a very typical first-person shooter. You can run, you can slide, you can jump, you can dash, all those kinds of things. Great, fantastic. In terms of the menu system, the loadout system, the customization, and the actual operators, I don't think is explained particularly well, because I was looking at my loadouts going, how does any of this work?
Right.
And they didn't really talk about it that much. One of the things that I think really quite annoyed me about the opening section of the game, The visual style is very bombastic, in your face, very colourful, and I don't think it works for this particular kind of game.
Right.
I don't like it. I really don't. I'd say retro futuristic, the cyberpunky like sort of aesthetic to it. Obviously, it's supposed to be set to in the future. Fine. But I think, obviously, all the stuff with the plagiarism that they resolved, I think just has soured me on the look of it. Because I know that it wasn't an original concept. I mean, it's never been an original concept for, like, many years. But it's not my kind of thing. I think looking around in each of the environments, they're quite large open spaces. But they're incredibly generic and very lifeless.
Right.
So, like I said, I played 2 games. I did the tutorial section. The tutorial section is okay. It's nothing to write home about. It basically just tells you, here's how you do this, and here's what you do, and this is how you extract out of a game, and boring. So I jumped into 2 games of it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm glad I tried it. I suspected it wasn't going to be my kind of game. So it isn't, so I uninstalled it and went, okay, well, this is exactly what it was there for me to try it out, give it a go, and I know I will not be spending £35 on buying that for that game.
Right,
So, considering I thought it looked quite alright at times, I always had this feeling it wasn't going to be for me, and so them putting the beta up, good on Bungie for doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to sour people on the game like it has with me, or if people are going to go into it a bit more positive. Fair enough, but like each to their own. I will say it is very strange seeing PlayStation Studios like in front of Bungie now, and it's really odd, really odd. But part of me wants it to do well because I don't want to see Bungie disappear.
I know.
But I also don't want them to carry on making games like this and go back to what they actually are well known for. Great first person shooter, single player like games. It'd be great. Anyway. So yeah, that was so that's Marathon.
I just saw what Bylord's writing in the chat.
Brilliant.
Yeah, don't read it.
For God's sakes. Anyway, so this is the section where I now turn around and I make myself look like a giant idiot and a hypocrite at the same time.
Oh.
Because I've been playing something else and I've only played a couple of matches of it so far, but
okay,
this is in complete stark contrast to what Marathon was. Because I said I didn't like extraction shooters, but I've been playing Arc Raiders.
I was gonna say.
And my God, it's good.
Yeah.
Having an aesthetic that actually feels futuristic, whilst also dystopian, I think I prefer that. The fact that it's a third-person shooter rather than a first-person, I'm quite happy with that as well.
Yeah.
I think the looting and the crafting system is done really well. Like I said, I have only played a couple of games of it, so for those who don't know, Arc Raiders, third person extraction shooter that's mostly played that you can play either as a solo or a team of 2 or a team of 3. You have objectives that you can do, but the vast majority of what you're supposed to be doing is just going up onto the surface and looting everything as much as you can and trying to take back as much as you can during a 30-minute session. You can cut it short, of course, but just depends.
Well, Steven says something that kind of mirrors my own experience, which is, Arc Raiders is conquering the internet at the moment. 3 streamers I follow have shifted to it. I have watched probably about 3 streamers doing Let's Plays of it over on the YouTubes, and I love the look of it. I absolutely like it. But the interesting thing is, kind of like you were mentioning Marathon's loadout being confusing. As an observer, Arc Raiders loadout is confusing because you can do like auto loadouts or something like that. Yeah. So I mean, how do you find all that? Because
I didn't. I haven't really delved into it enough to make too much of a judgment on it. Like, I would say it is a little confusing, like with Marathon as well. But I'm sure the more that I play it, the more you get used to it. It'll probably be similar for how Marathon would be as well. But from an outsider coming into it and having absolutely no experience with the game whatsoever, I haven't even, like, going into Arc Raiders, I've only ever heard it spoken about on other podcasts. I've never watched anything to do with it, so I went in completely surprised.
Right.
And I'm glad that I did, because I didn't want to get bogged down by what everyone else's opinion is. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I could see me picking this up and just playing it single player at times, and just sort of trying to find people around the map to just either friend up with or destroy and take all their loot. I don't know, it depends on how I'm fancying the game at the time. But the one thing I am kind of looking forward to with it is just jumping in with other people as well. So if anyone wants to jump into some games, give me a shout. I'll be happy to play.
I will be.
Yeah, your community fart raiders needs to be done.
It has to be.
So yeah, that's basically been my week. There is another game. We'll talk about it, so I'm just going to let you carry on. So, Kiley, how's your week been? Can you put the dogs down for 2 minutes? And no, I'm joking. Talk about your week and what you've been playing.
I got my puppies out.
Twitch.tv/rapid reviews before we get banned.
I like what Anna says, which is, I wish Bungie would go back to single player, but they won't at this point.
No, of course they won't. It's too
disappointing.
Lucrative for live service.
But with that said, I'm going to guess what I played, because I don't have my hands available at the moment.
I know what you've played, so do you want to talk more Bendy and the Ink Machine?
I was going to say, I assume I finished Bendy and the Ink Machine. It was just a very, very quick, like, I was on the last boss.
Is that why your thing changed over very quickly?
Yeah. I think I played like three. Yeah, I played like 3 games in one session.
Yeah.
Artie's falling asleep while he's sitting there.
Oh, bless.
So it was a very Nana had to explain to me what I needed to do, because I was very confused. So overall, my impression of Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I will be continuing on the DLC and all that good stuff, but graphically still looks great. There are some issues that I don't find it very intuitive, but I don't always blame games for that, because I am not a typical brained person, so I can't always expect games to be intuitive to my way of thinking, if that makes sense. So, but even with the guides available and, like, Nana at the helm for Nana GPS, as we call him, we got through it. Didn't take long. It was a very quick battle. There's a little end of the credit scene type thing, which is clearly ushering you to the next, to the DLC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll be exploring that. And then I think I played Life is Strange.
I don't know. Just a quick question on Bendy. Will you go on and play Dark Revival?
Yes, that's the second one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're making a third one as well.
Oh, cool.
But yes, I will go on and play that. And I think we played Life is Strange.
Okay.
It gets confusing because I played a bunch.
Yeah, so how far through that are you now?
On Life is Strange, I think I'm about halfway through, as far as I can tell. Again, really, I think it's a great narrative. I think the story part is well done. Oh my gosh. Really, boys? Oh no.
What, are they sleeping or fighting or both?
Yep, nope, they are sleeping.
Oh, look. Yeah, sleepy.
Oh no.
That's you for now.
I can't do this for 2 hours. But, oh my gosh, look at him though. Anyway, no, that's not my point. Concentrate, Kiley. Don't look at the cuteness. That is a pair of puppies in my arms. But yes, it's a good narrative. I'm just not the biggest Telltale type fan, but I'm enjoying it enough to continue playing it. Put it that way.
Sure.
And then,
now I said Vampire Survivors because of course.
Oh yes. And as always, Vampire Survivors and Abiotic Factor, those go hand in hand. That's
yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they go so hand in hand that I got a text from Kiley at 3:00 this afternoon saying, "Can we delay the show because Abiotic Factor?"
And Pete was like, "We've still got 3 hours." I was like, "No, you don't understand. I played like 6 hour stints."
Yes, but we've also skipped quite a lot of shows this year, so I was like, for once, no, I'm actually going to say no. Sorry.
Yep. How can they be this cute and this annoying? Anyway, my arms are so tired.
That sounds like my cat.
Exactly.
Animals.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but
obviously
the last
typical.
game, we're not going to talk about the last game yet, but we're about to.
Well, we are going to.
Yeah, are we going to talk about it now?
Yeah, because it's a rarity that me and you would actually play a game at the same time.
Yes.
Like, literally on the same day, even to the point where I'd taken a break from playing my PlayStation, jumped into your stream and saw you playing it, and I went...
Yep. Oh, yes, he does, Stephen.
I do. He might come in. He might come in at the end of the show, but...
Tell him what kind of cat you have.
A ginger.
Yep, he's got an orange cat.
And he's called Marmalade.
Yes, and he's adorable.
He is adorable, but he's also a goblin.
Yeah, yes. But I mean, obviously,
but the cute kind of goblin.
Love adorable. I was gonna say I love adorable goblins. Look what I've got in my hands.
So do I. Yeah, I do like an adorable goblin.
Yes.
But the wife's away, so I've had to shut the door because otherwise he would just be being a completely chaotic demon.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I jumped into your stream, saw where you were, decided to troll you by saying I'd finished it already, but clearly hadn't.
And we all believed you.
I wish I'd completed it. No. Alluding to it, the game that we've both been playing, the game that came out yesterday as we're recording on Saturday, Resident Evil Requiem, or Resident Evil 9.
Yes!
So, should I do setup quickly on this one for what's going on with this? So, this is set in current day, let's say, in terms of the Resident Evil storyline. Focuses around two particular characters, one relatively brand new but has an association to a previous Resident Evil character, and one classic protagonist. So, Grace Ashcroft, isn't it?
Yes.
Who is the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, who was one of the survivors from Resident Evil Outbreak. That's a throwback.
That is. Yes, it is.
And Leon S. Kennedy.
Yes.
Main protagonist from 2 and 4 and 6, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So, it centres around a mysterious virus, as you would expect. Grace works for the FBI.
Which makes no sense to me, but okay.
But and she's been tasked with originally going to investigate a series of murders that have been happening, all relating to very strange coincidences and circumstances. Leon is on the hunt for a serial killer, let's say, which has some involvement with bioterrorism, and their paths happen to cross in a very obscure way, but that's where we'll leave it at that in terms of story.
We're not going to do any spoilers.
So, gameplay style of this, with two characters, you have two different play styles.
Completely different.
One of the things that is happening, this is where I want to ask you a question. Did you stick to the recommended with this, what they said?
I went ahead and stuck with the recommended.
Good, because I did too.
They do ask you. Okay, because they do ask you in the beginning if you want to stick with the recommended, but you do have the freedom to change your camera.
Yes, so the way that they...
I'll do it for story.
So the recommended way is that to increase the terror and the weirdness, Grace is played in first person and Leon is played in third person. Like Kiley said, can be changed at any given time, but that is the recommended that you do. Because the styles of game here harken back to two very different styles of what Resident Evil have been over the years. Grace's style is very much the classic survival horror, limited resources, jump scares, all the craziness, sort of
First person
style. And Leon's is, for want of a better word, balls to the wall, action, lots of ammo, lots of melee combat, and lots of madness.
And third person.
In third person. Right. So, first of all, you're playing on the PC, aren't you?
Yes.
So am I. Do you want to?
Even better.
Do you want to explain your current setup, and I'll do mine, and then we can talk about. Then we can go into performance of it. So, what's your current setup that you're using?
Mine's a little bit interesting because I do have the NVIDIA the 4060 Ti.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on Windows 10 because I refused to upgrade.
Okay.
So I thought that was going to be a problem because that was the minimum specs. It said Windows 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I loaded it up. Now remember, I stream. If you stream, your settings are different.
Yep.
And I've noticed this in all the Resident Evil games that I usually have to put it down to potato in order to stream for some reason. Even though on my native computer, having it on ultra settings plays just fine and it looks amazing. So on this one, I ran the auto setup, which I wouldn't normally
because they
recommend.
They have a benchmark setting, don't they, when you first start the game up, and it basically calibrates to your particular setup.
And I don't normally follow that because I don't like... they get it wrong normally. And even Resident Evil got it wrong on 8, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to tweak some settings. So on this one, it started right up. It loaded right up. I started streaming and there was no lag, no frame drops, no nothing. It still looked great. I mean, it's not going to look, 4K or whatever on a stream because I stream at 720p. But here in front of my eyes, it looked amazing. I was going nuts over it. The RE engine is just flipping amazing. And I think a lot of places need to take a page from Capcom because that RE engine, mind-blowing.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, Pete, what about your setup?
So I'm playing on I've got a 3050, just a classic 3050 with 8 gigs of VRAM. I have bolted that with 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM. And I'm playing this at 1440p.
Yes, as I am, yeah.
So, I mirror your sentiments. This is absolutely one of the best looking games that I've seen out there.
Yep.
The RE engine is absolutely incredible for this kind of thing. I said the same thing when I played Resident Evil 4 Remake, and this has just only made it all the more better. The benchmark test got it absolutely perfect, to the setup. I've had literally no frame drops, no nothing. I've even made sure to have that counter up the top just to be sure that I'm, not seeing any drops. There are literally none to report. It's flawless. Performance wise, it's utterly flawless.
That actually to go along with what Stevens just said. Which is, I couldn't possibly get a 4K stream to work. My connection occasionally struggles with 720p. What I want to stress, because he's correct, mine does as well. What I want to stress is to anyone who's going to who is like, I want to look at this game before I buy it, before I commit to it, before I pay this much money for a game. I'm going to watch some streamers or YouTubers or footage or whatever.
I wouldn't watch them. I would go and just watch any of the Capcom Presents stuff, or any of the trailers, and just go onto YouTube and watch it on 4K.
I was gonna say, I think even because I watched the trailer, but I don't think I watched it at 4K, and I even said it on my stream. The trailer didn't even do it justice to what I was seeing with my own eyes. So don't base it on that. It's extraordinary. It is. It is.
Yeah,
it's fabulous.
The thing is that the RE engine is incredibly robust because I've seen it being used on various games. Capcom have been using it on quite a lot of things. Now, for Street Fighter, it's fine, but it's clearly not built for a fighting game. So you occasionally have drops. You occasionally have frame rate issues with it, which, I mean, there is no fighting game out there is absolutely perfect 60 frames all the time, especially when you're playing online. But even more so when you've got a lot of color light and particle effects going on. It even struggles with open world games like Monster Hunter. Yeah. So Monster Hunter Wilds, I believe, had some real problems with it, especially on PC. But for games like this, and I would suspect as well, games like Pragmata, they are going to run absolutely flawlessly because it was basically the engine was built for games like this, which are over-the-shoulder, third-person action games or first-person games. It really comes into its own like in these kinds of like games. So yeah, I've been blown away about like the actual performance of the game itself on PC, and I know a lot of people as well from what I've been seeing on various Discord channels that they're utterly impressed with how well it runs on Switch 2 as well.
Oh, right.
So, but we're probably going to have that perspective from Mike next week if he can join us. So I'm really interested in hearing what he says about it.
I am too.
It might be a game that I double dip on and get it on the Switch for, I know I've got Steam Deck, but portability to have it, a really good frame rate on there. I'd buy it digitally rather than, game key cards. So, but yeah. Outside of that, obviously, I want to talk about the actual game itself without delving into spoilers because I have some things that I want to say about it.
Okay, because I have 2 points I would like to make. But
I want to ask you first. How are you finding the game so far, and roughly how far in are you in terms of like time?
I would say, well, I probably only played about an hour and 20 minutes, probably, maybe an hour and 30, maybe. I think I hit the 2 hour mark actually because it was a Friday and I tend to play longer on Fridays.
Sure.
I found it very easy to get into because sometimes it takes me a while to warm up to games or whatever. Everything is basically the same, same.
It's basically like playing 7 and 8 for you.
It is. It's all the same, which is really good for me. But I think there's it almost seems smoother in some ways because there's a lot of things in like 8 that you have to combine to get to work. And I'm not saying that may not happen in the future. I don't know. I'm still in the beginning. But just having the just easy button press, loading, and I haven't had to combine any herbs yet. I'm sure that will be, that's a classic RE thing, but so far, it's just been very, very intuitive. That's the word I'm looking for, intuitive. And it's very smooth.
Yeah.
I just I didn't feel any frustration. They heard the heater go on. Whereas, I'm going to compare it to Silent Hill F, Forte, or whatever. And I know a lot of people like that game. I did not like it. It was frustrating for me. I couldn't get into it. It didn't feel intuitive. It didn't feel smooth. And I love Silent Hill. That didn't do it for me. This is doing it for me. I'm there. I think it's even at the point where you wouldn't have to know the lore if you wanted to just hop on Resident Evil with this as your hop-on point. I think you could. You do. You don't think so?
Highly disagree because I think I'm a little bit further on than you.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to obviously talk spoilers here because, it's one of those things. People should go and experience it for themselves. So
yes,
I'm going to try and dance around this as best as I can.
Okay.
I suspect that you've done the first Grace section and the first Leon section.
Yes.
Well, I have done the second Grace section and the second Leon section.
I think we finished on the second.
So, what? Where you just start out with Grace again?
Yes. I think that's where we stopped yesterday.
Okay.
My arms are starting to hurt.
Of course they are. So you say about the classic combining stuff. Yes, there is a lot of classic combination stuff that gets introduced in Grace's second section.
Okay, so we haven't gotten there then. Okay.
And they introduce a somewhat new mechanic into it. I won't tell you what it is. You'll know what it is when you see it. I think it's quite interesting. It's very much akin to more, modern sort of games.
Right, okay.
In some degree. It's not like... It may have been in previous Resident Evil games. I don't know, because it's been a while since I played 7. And I didn't play 8. I own it, but I just never played it.
Yeah, I love both of them, but I love 8.
Sure. So I'm sure it probably is in there, but the way they've explained it in this one sort of makes sense. How they do it.
Right.
There's some nuanced things that I really like. That are very, very interesting. Obviously, with this, I have to say I fell in love with Grace almost immediately. I think she's an amazing character.
Okay, so this is what I want to talk about for real, and this is already going the way I kind of predicted it would.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for those at home, if you didn't quite catch it, you get to play alternatively. Instead of just playing like all of Leon's story and then playing all of Grace's story, it's flipping back and forth between the two.
Yeah, which they
did do. They have done in 7.
I know. Last week when we talked about it, when we were like, oh, we're going to play one campaign and the other, I didn't know that actually it flipped between the two, and I was really hoping it was going to be scenario based. But now that I've played it, I think the change up really helps, like the way that they do it.
Yes,
because you get really tense, like, more horror aspect, and then you get like a really cathartic release with Leon.
Yes. So that's what I want to talk about. So Pete, you're saying that you like Grace. Is what you're saying. Okay. Because I don't.
I absolutely suck at her sections. I'm not gonna lie. All the puzzle based stuff, annoying. I'm terrible. No.
Well, definitely that. But I mean, her as a character, why is she in the FBI? She's full of anxiety. I think that's her character quirk. I think that's
it is, but I think that's what I absolutely love about it, is that she's clearly not a field agent. She's clearly just a desk jockey.
Yeah.
And she's been sent out to do this, and it's those little things that I don't, because you've probably been playing with headphones. I really love it and the tense atmosphere that you get, but I really like the little nuanced thing of her just really like heavily breathing like like that, and it's like you could tell the anxiety in her, and I freaking love that.
I told my chat that her anxiety was making me anxious.
Yeah, it does. It puts you on edge.
It's supposed to.
I love it. I think it's I think it's brilliant.
And I'm like, I wish she would stop, because I feel more. Here's the funny thing. This is kind of odd, even though it's first person and they've done it really well. It's very immersive. I still feel like I'm leading her as opposed to being her.
Mm-hmm.
And her character as it stands right now, because again, I think Pete's a little bit more ahead of me. She feels like that Crystal Dynamics Lara Croft game, the first one.
Yeah.
She feels like that, and like they're gonna probably by the end, make her like this almost superwoman. I
don't think so. I actually don't. Based on what I've seen so far, I think that this is only going to terrify her even more. Like, eventually, I think, how it will be that she'll end up coming together with Leon, and and he'll be the one that sort of gets her through it to some degree.
Yes.
She will find some strength and motivation as well to get through it, because that's already starting to show, even with the section that I've played. like there is something that will happen that sort of gives her a bit more punch and a bit more emphasis to go and do what she's doing.
I saw the one thing in a cutscene. Well, yeah, but we didn't continue on. But I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, thank goodness, Artie's decided to go to his bed, which is by my feet. And yeah, Steven says, yeah, she kept quoting her heart rate. I had my heart rate monitor on.
Amazing.
So if you're out there and you really do like, you know, I guess, who likes jump scares? But I mean, if you want a thriller type game, this is it. It's really good.
To be fair, I'm not really like that sort of person that gets scared by horror games or scared by
I don't either.
horror movies. The jump scares have got me on this one. They are quite whoa, okay.
Yep. Because everywhere I thought there was going to be a jump scare, there wasn't one.
Yep.
And then they would put it in no, because usually they kind of telegraph it and you can tell. Not this time.
No. I think in the second section you're going to play, I think it only gets worse.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So for me, Grace is annoying. For Pete, he's enjoying her character.
I really love her. I think she's...
What about the gameplay, though? Do you like her gameplay?
Oh, it's utterly superb. I love every...
I don't like it.
No, I
don't hate it.
No, I really suck at it. Like, the puzzle side of things, I'm really terrible at. And the whole survival thing. Limited resources and backpack space. Like, I'm so awful with it. And I've failed so many times already in that section that I've done. I died probably about 4, 5, maybe 6 times.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm currently in the next section. And
Steven, I still have one.
I kind of thought that actually when I went into this next section, it would give me some health back. No, it has not.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm a bit screwed, I think.
Well,
and I've got no resources either. I'm pretty stuffed.
Well, I will say that her gameplay style reminds me heavily of Ethan in 7 and 8, but
more so in 7.
Live. Yeah. Tanker's just arrived with the same jokes everyone's making. Again, we're recording on a Saturday night, and so everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I slept through it. I had to sleep through Saturday."
Live from our bedrooms, it's Sunday Night Love.
But I really want to talk about Leon's gameplay.
Yeah, like I've talked about Grace's, so yeah.
Leon! I mean, if you were to say, Kiley, what do you love about games? Make your own gameplay. Whatever. Leon is exactly perfect. My gameplay, 100,000%.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. The difference between... I mean, you can see it on my stream. Again, when I'm talking about, I don't like Grace's gameplay, I love the game. Like, I'm talking about in comparison. So, Grace's part, you can kind of see I'm kind of, hunched over. I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out how to survive. Blah, blah. You hit Leon's gameplay, I'm lit up, going you get to use a chainsaw. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm wondering whether the same thing happened to you that happened to me.
What's that?
So that enemy that has the chainsaw? I mean, it's in the trailer. I'm
so well done. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Did you by any chance happen to not pick it up yourself?
I kept trying to pick it up.
Yeah, it doesn't let you.
It doesn't let you.
Did other enemies then pick it up?
Yes.
Okay.
Which made me mad.
Did you happen to down one of the enemies whilst they had the chainsaw in their hand and it shoots them across the floor towards you?
Yes.
Oh, holy crap, it was ridiculous.
Whatever they have done with the physics in the Leon section. So, Pete's not wrong. First of all, the NPCs, and again, I'm using AI as the old way of using AI. NPC AI. It's so vastly improved on anything that I've seen because Pete's right. One zombie dropped, and these are classic zombies. One zombie drops the chainsaw, and then another random one, because there's a room full of zombies, picks it up, and if they fall while they have the chainsaw, it's physics, like, okay, no, it's not realistic physics. But
no, it's over-the-top action movie physics.
Yeah, it pulls them through across the room.
Yeah.
It does all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's
when
like...
it's out of the hands as well, the chainsaw will hit the floor and just spin round. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, that whole section reminded me of why I love games. Because everyone knows this year has sucked last year sucked for games. Yes, I found an Abiotic factor, but they haven't been strong games. We know this. And I am an FPS player. That's what I love.
Mm-hmm.
And Leon's section just, it quenches all of those thirsts. It gets all of the video game hunger I've had, is just that 100%. Yes, and yes, Steven
that is true.
Absolutely correct. Steven says, didn't you say that is not how chainsaws work while impaling someone with it? Yes, it's so not, there's no realistic physics. It's so over the top. And then what you end up using the chainsaw for, and I was sad when I had to get rid of it, it doesn't, it's not even scientifically possible, but it's so fun. It's just fun. So all of Leon's sections for me, and again, I've only played like 1 or 2, I don't remember.
Sorry, I say the first 2, yeah. Sorry,
I think it's...
No, so you've done the first 2, so you did the opening section where you're running through the street, and then the bit where you're with the chainsaw. Sorry, so I've done 3 sections each.
Okay, that fits better. And then let me say this. We know I am FPS. I'm so into, like, guns and in video games in real life. The RE is not known for its guns. It's kind of like The Last of Us.
I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah. No, this is different. It's an improvement. The aiming is fabulous.
Yeah.
The reloading is fabulous. There isn't a shortage of ammo as normal. I mean, there is limited.
No, so in Leon's sections, they've done that specifically to make it more action-orientated, to give you more ammo. In Grace's section, it is very much classic 1 to 3 Resident Evil. Like,
I love it. I'm just like, I think they needed that balance. It works perfectly for me. Yeah. So, kind of like, harkening back to what Pete said, when you're playing Grace's section... It's so cerebral. It's more cerebral.
It's tense. It's atmospheric, and it's very much like edge of your seat.
Yes, exactly.
Leon's is very much the cathartic release of like all that tension. You're just like, right, I'm gonna smash the crap out of a zombie, basically.
It is so. Oh my gosh! And that reminds me, Pete, the melee.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I love his axe. It's so cool.
Just. Oh my gosh, it is so... I don't know how... What?
Something that I did earlier. There was a very small section, and I clearly had an enemy coming towards me. And I kept swinging my axe at it, and I managed to get it caught in a loop of like axe strikes, and it just never went down. Yes. It was really weird.
There was one, I was like, why won't you die?
So kind of like V for Vendetta. Like, why?
Yeah.
Won't you die?
Yes. And see, Steven right now there's 5 other Twitch streamers active, on his list.
Classic.
And 2 of them are playing Resident Evil at the moment because it's so freaking good. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, Pete, and I know we don't tend to, well, sometimes we do call it early.
I think I know what you're gonna say, and I think I might have to tend to agree.
I mean, this might be game of the year for me.
Oh, it's definitely up there as a contender already.
Yeah, it 100% is a contender.
I mean, it's not... Yep. It wasn't my most anticipated game of the year because I have other games on my list that I'm like... No, I have Crimson Desert on that list. Oh, I have Scott Pilgrim EX on that list.
Yes.
Like, there are games coming up in the next few weeks where I'm like, right, these are going to set some very early benchmarks. This one was very much a late edition. I was like, right, I've got... I've got money there to spare. I'm gonna treat myself to it because birthday. It was a birthday present
Yep.
to myself, let's say.
Yes.
No, I get money from people, so I was just like, what do I spend it on? And I went, you know what, I'm going to treat myself to Resident Evil, because I wouldn't normally go and buy myself something like that, so I'm just going to go and do it. And I'm glad I made that purchase, because my goodness, it's been brilliant. And yeah, it's very much up there as Game of the Year contender already. It is so much fun. Like, the dialogue is incredible as well. I really like where they're going with the story so far.
Oh, that was the other point I wanted to make. And see, for folks who don't know, it is rare that Pete and I agree so wholeheartedly on a game. Now, sometimes we do, and it's usually just a stellar game, you know, which shows you it goes across the board. But there's something that I'm going to say Capcom does so well, and has done so well in at least the last, definitely, you really see it in 8.
Yeah, the last, say, 5 years for sure, like, in terms of games, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, one thing they do really well, among many things, is characterization. Mm-hmm. And I've even said that in definitely not 8, I would watch a movie about each one of those bosses because their characters are so great. Lady Dimitrescu being my favorite, of course, and, for reasons. But they're just so well done. They're just over-the-top villains. They're like almost like Batman villains, and yet they've got some sympathetic characteristics. So I don't know anything about the storyline of 9. I haven't wanted to because I do like to be surprised. And the guy that they're kind of poising as the baddie, I don't know if he is the baddie, but they're making him kind of seem like it.
What, you mean Victor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is so, like, he really feels like Hannibal from Hannibal, the TV show.
Yeah.
He's very weirdly charismatic, but he's, I don't want to say he's not creepy. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it's very, like, charismatic, but in, like, this evil villain type way. And I want to know more. I'm like, I want to know his story.
I agree and I disagree to that point. I want to know more about him, but I think that's because I've been left so flat by him so far. I think he's probably the weakest part so far for me.
Wow. And I was like, I don't mean that kind of turned on. I mean, like, ooh, I want to know.
No, I'm intrigued enough to want to know more about him, but like, I don't know him yet, and I'm like, okay, well, we're going to learn. We're going to know something at some point. I do worry that they're going to drop the ball with it, though, and that's where I'm like, they've set up a potentially cool arc for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going to deliver on it very well.
I think that's a fair assessment because one thing they did in 8 is, I can't think of his name right now because I've drank so much, but not Ethan, but the German bad guy that's the dad of the wolves, the father of the lycanthropes. Oh, right, okay, yeah. He had a lot of potential, and then they kind of just dropped that ball, you know, and then even Lady Dimitrescu, you know, everybody went nuts over her, but her storyline's very, very brief. She's like the first boss, you know, so, and then she's done, and you end up with Miranda as your big baddie, but she was not anywhere near the depth of the mini bosses by any means. And the ending kind of became I would say a very typical Japanese story type ending. You know, you defeat the boss, she gets bigger. You defeat the boss again, she gets bigger. You know, they always do the 3.
Yeah. Did you by any chance have to finish it off with a rocket launcher?
You do.
Yeah, that's very typical for a Resident Evil game anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And so kookie's a good word. Yeah, Danker. So you could be absolutely correct. We got to watch and see how it goes. But as a starter, I'm really enjoying his character and he's only been on screen like 3 times. But he's just giving me Hannibal vibes in a good way, not in a, you know, again, you have to be familiar with the TV show to know exactly what character I'm talking about. But there's also, and I'm sure you noticed some of this, a butt ton of references to previous Resident Evil games. Of course, yeah. Pete, I have to ask this. In the beginning, when you're Grace and you're going down the street.
Yep.
and the big hulking guy in the trench coat and hat comes running towards you.
Ooh. I did wonder
flashbacks?
whether or not it was Tyrant. Yeah, I was like, oh god.
I was like, Mr. X is not supposed to be in this game. What's happening?
Yeah.
There's so many just little tiny little references like that, and there's raccoons everywhere.
Oh yeah, like
references to raccoons everywhere.
By the way, there's a collectible system that you'll see come up soon with those as well.
Okay. Apparently I've unlocked some stuff, but it didn't tell me how I unlocked it or anything like that.
That might be it. That will probably tell you soon enough.
Okay. So all in all, it sounds like we're doing a book report. But all in all, I am enjoying this experience, and I am
too.
So happy for it because I went into this year with zero expectations. We know this. I've made it very clear. This has been just an absolute bright spot, and
Yep.
I don't think it's a bright spot because I had zero expectations. You know,
No, it's just a bright spot because it's just a really good game.
Because here's the thing. Here's what Capcom is showing the rest of the publishers if they would just pay attention. A good, strong game that is well built and has given people what they want.
Yep.
It's not, it's not cobbled together, we have to take it down and do a patch next week and then you can play it. That's one of the things that really just irks me to death. But it's strong characters, strong game. It's a professionally done AAA game.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say, I love indies as well, so this is not anything against indie. I'm comparing it to other AAA.
Yeah, this is setting the benchmark for 2026 AAA output, basically.
Oh, thank you, Steven.
Thank
Steven's
you very
lurking.
much.
Yeah. It's good having you here.
Yes. It's very, very good so far. I'm interested actually to see your next stream, whether or not it be tomorrow or Monday.
Oh right,
like the next Grace section that you do. I'm really interested to see how you fare with it because it's the one that I'd finished I'd say just before it was before we jumped on stream, and I struggled with it. I'm not gonna lie. There's I probably will. It's quite a large area. There's quite a lot to do. It's very puzzle heavy.
Right, which I'm not good at.
And it's very low in resources as well. And it's like, it's tough. It's really tough. So I've been playing this on standard casual, not casual, standard, standard difficulty, as they call it. Or not standard classic, but standard modern.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's still pretty hard.
Well, I weirdly look forward to it, which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's going to frustrate me.
I know it will, but then, like I said, with the Leon sections, you'll get all that frustration out. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated. I was like, oh my god, okay, what's going to happen with this Leon section? I'm like, yeah, cool.
I love how, I'll just say this, and then we'll probably move on a little bit. We'll do a little bit of news.
We shall.
But, the way when he was in the very first fight where, the infection first starts and everything.
When he's running through the street?
Yeah, with all the cars and all that stuff. Yeah. The fact that he can reach down and pick up a pipe and just...
Yep. I love it.
Gosh,
I think it's so cool.
Good.
Also, just a quick one before we move on. What do you think of his new weapon?
It's very powerful, but it's one of those I can tell it's not going to have a lot of ammo for. It's going to be...
No.
Oh.
No, there's something that happens... that will change that.
Okay. Oh, I'm intrigued.
You might have already seen what kind of happened with it.
Oh, okay.
If you've completed the second section with both Grace and Leon...
Yes.
Then what's happened with that particular weapon.
Yes.
Okay.
It's yes.
Let's just say that don't do the thing that I decided to do with it.
Okay.
Which was, I would say, just a word of advice: use it sparingly.
Right.
Because it's needed for a couple of potentially...
Oh, great, yes.
Potentially
I gotcha.
weird enemies that are going to require it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
That also harkens back to 7.
Yeah, you're
going to end.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need that weapon for...
Yeah.
One particular enemy for sure, but it could be used on 2.
Right.
But oh boy, when you come up against that, I'm looking forward to seeing both of those.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now I'm excited. I want to play it.
Anyway, right, so let's get some news out of the way, shall we? So go on.
Just very quick. I know I may be jumping the gun here.
You're jumping the Requiem.
Yes. Are we going to talk about cough cough bloodborne? Is that in the news?
No.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about it, but...
Yeah, I know. It kind of just happened.
It did, but yeah, it's just all of the fallout from the Blue Point stuff, and to be honest with you, I think I said all I needed to say about that particular subject last week, and I kind of don't really want to go into any major detail on it again, because it really annoyed the hell out of me.
I think it annoyed the hell out of a lot of people, myself included.
But
anyway,
we are now going to move on to a Sony-related story, because news this week has been, I wouldn't say sparse, but there's been, let's just say, not as a crazy week for the world of video games. Compared to last week and the week before, yeah, my goodness. Sony don't fill themselves with glory sometimes. And they probably announced this at the wrong time, let's say, or maybe at the right time to take the sting off the Blue Point situation. Because Insomniac Games and PlayStation have confirmed that Marvel's Wolverine will release on PlayStation 5 September 15th.
Okay.
So they could have done this in the State of Play recently, but they've chosen to hold off.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so the big thing that VGC are touting on this one is that actually it's dropping before GTA 6 comes out in November, which I think is a smart move.
Yeah. Not that I'm looking forward to GTA, but...
Yeah, but this is a quick story. It was basically just to say, it's been announced, like the release date for it. There's no other new trailer that's come out as a result of this. It's just they dropped the release date and that's all. But I suspect they're gearing up for another trailer coming out, because Insomniac have been tweeting out recently. Like, I think someone tweeted at them recently, will we see this at State of Play? And they went, or when's the next big announcement? And they went spring. So spring this year, I think there's going to be something big shown for it. It would have
to be, yeah.
Possibly reveals of new characters that are going to be available in it. I don't know.
I think you're probably right,
yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, so that's that. We've got a couple of... So I'll go into this one because it's a follow-up from one of last week's stories.
Okay.
So this actually happened at the time that we were recording, but I didn't get the chance to bring it up because I didn't see it. But this had happened, let's just say... So this is an add-on to last week's Xbox story with... Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond leaving the company, the new CEO, basically Asher Sharma coming in, and Matt Booty taking the mantle, getting a promotion. So Xbox President and COO, or ex-Xbox President and CEO Sarah Bond has spoken for the first time since the news that she was leaving alongside Phil Spencer. So, won't go into this. Asher Sharma, obviously, named as the new head of gaming. Rah, 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 rah. So, Bond's departure from Microsoft was equally unexpected. The executive joined Microsoft in 2017, overseeing gaming business and partnerships. Gaming business partnerships 2023 was promoted to president of Xbox, reporting directly to Spencer. So, this comes from a LinkedIn post. Because, of course, you write on LinkedIn, don't you? If you
Right, okay.
Bond has decided that now is, quote, the right time for me to take my next step, both personally and professionally, and shared praise for the incoming CEO, Asha Sharma.
Okay.
Quote, I know there's a lot of news to take in today. I'm incredibly proud of what we built together over the past 8+ years. PC and cloud gaming are growing faster than ever. Our next console is well underway, and together we've helped lay the foundations for a more open gaming platform that spans devices and reaches players across the world. When we announced our intention to acquire Activision Blizzard in 2022, I committed to helping lead Xbox through what would be a critical period of change. Over the past 4 years, we've navigated that moment together and positioned the business for what comes next. We took on some of the biggest challenges this organisation has ever faced, and it did as a team. With that, I've decided this is the right time for me to take my next step, both personally and professionally. We're living through a transformative technological era that will shape the next generation of our industry, and I'm energised by what's ahead. She goes on to continue a unique opportunity for fresh eyes and new leadership at Xbox to guide the team through its next chapter, and confirm that she will maintain contact with Microsoft as a special advisor.
Right.
Quote, I've had the privilege of spending time with Asha over the last few weeks as we've planned for this transition, and seen firsthand her deep commitment to players, developers and brand. She brings deep technology and commerce experience along with a strong track record of building and scaling platforms that the world uses. Xbox deserves this. I'm excited to see her lead this next chapter for our team. I'll remain on as a special advisor to Asha to help ensure a smooth transition and set the organisation up for continued success. Speaking about Phil Spencer, she thanked her boss for, quote, mentorship and friendship. He's been a constant champion of this business and the people who make it what it is, and I've learned a great deal from the way he leads through both opportunity and challenge. I'm grateful for his trust and support throughout my time on the team. I also want to thank Satya for his sponsorship and support throughout our time at Microsoft. And that's the end of that. So
Right.
I think a lot of this was done to quash quite a lot of the rumours that were going around that she was
Exactly.
sacked.
Yep. That's exactly what that is.
I still don't necessarily believe that she was let go willingly. She did this of her own volition. Part of me thinks that while she might remain on as a special advisor, or she worked under Asha for a little bit to help with the transitional period, as someone who's been in business before during transitional periods, this is quite normal when someone is outgoing. It wouldn't surprise me if she what's the term in America? Given her 401k?
Something like that, yeah.
Or whatever.
Mean,
basically, like in the UK, for those who are unsure, given her P45.
Yeah.
Which means that she was asked to leave.
I think we call it a pink slip, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
So basically the P45 system is you were asked to leave, it's a government mandated document that means that you then have to pass that on to your next employment and just you're done. Whether or not she chose to quit or whether or not she was pushed out by Microsoft, we still don't know. I don't think we'll ever really know what happened until maybe 5 years down the line, maybe 10 years.
When the NDA dies.
There'll be an NDA associated. There always is.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You know, even during some transitional periods in which I've been involved in employment, I've had to sign NDAs basically.
I've had to sign many NDAs.
I mean, in a more recent situation, there was one where I did have to sign an NDA and basically say that the structure of the team was changing, and I knew before anyone else because my job was affected.
Yeah.
And that was a horrible position to sit in.
I would imagine it would be.
So I know what it's like, but I personally feel like eventually this will come to light. One of them will write a book, I reckon.
I think so. I think so.
It will come to light in that way. Yeah. Like, they may not be 100% truthful about exactly what's happened, But there'll
Yeah.
be little nuggets of information that will basically push people probably in the right sort of direction to how this has all come about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting, of course, but that's Microsoft for you.
Yep.
Right, so let's move on to the next story.
Okay.
Because things don't appear to ever get better for the ignorant network.
Right, okay.
Because you can't spell ignorant without IGN.
But yes.
I copped some flack for this, by the way, on a Discord channel, and I'm going to tell you why afterwards.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
The games media is set for yet more layoffs after IGN-owned Eurogamer and its network of sites launched a wave of editorial cuts this week.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, this is quite funny. This is coming from VGC, by the way. The beloved British publication.
I didn't know they were British. You're talking about IGN is British?
No, they're talking about Eurogamer.
Oh, okay. Eurogamer, I thought, was beloved by everyone, not just British people. I also didn't know it was British. I thought it was European.
Anyway, which was sold by former owner Repop in 2024, along with other Gamer Network brands, is facing at least its second round of editorial layoffs since joining IGN. That's understood to include the brand's most experienced editors and its entire 4-person video team. Though at least one position will be transferred to IGN according to people with knowledge of the situation. Behind the camera cuts have also been made to the popular video channel Outside Xbox, VGC understands.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The brand has more than 3.5 million subscribers across its channel and recently wrapped a UK stage tour. IGN Entertainment, which operates under Ziff Davis, acquired the Gamer Network group of brands and websites for an undisclosed fee in May 2024. Gamer Network sites included renowned publication. I'm air quoting for those who can't see. Like GamesIndustry.biz, Rock Paper Shotgun, and VG247.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. While its own shares in Nintendo Life owner Hookshot and Outside Xbox. However, since joining IGN, the Gamer Network brands have faced editorial upheaval due to a mix of layoffs, redeployments, and divestitures.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
That means they're selling off parts.
I see. Okay. When the deal was announced, it came with several editorial cuts across publications and the closure of board game site Dicebreaker. Shortly after, a voluntary redundancy program initiated by Ziff Davis saw more staff leave. Most significantly, virtually the entire GamesIndustry.biz team left the site, though it's since rehired for most roles. While respected tech site Digital Foundry bought out Gamer Network shares and went independent. We knew about that. We spoke about that last year.
Yep, we did.
Notably, last summer, operators quietly rotated editorial staff across brands after Eurogamer's editor-in-chief decided to take on a new role at IGN following the previous EIC, who joined in 2023. Virtually the entire VG247 team, editorial team was moved on to Eurogamer. Significantly, the staff who left VG247, I'm not reading that because that's absolutely nonsense, were not replaced, and the brand currently exists only as a small guide operation run by a pair of full-time writers, sources said. The part that I was going to refuse to read, but I will read for parity. A respected news site.
Not for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I know. Editorial cuts have left many of the remaining and have affected the remaining and leaving Gamer Network staff wondering what the future looks like for a group of historic game publications that already look unrecognisable compared to 2 years ago, and further highlight the challenging climate for games journalism. Like the wider games industry, publications that cover video games have been rocked by the turbulent market since the highs of COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, also, they just write crap.
Other media owners such as Fandom, Future Publishing, and Valnet have all cut jobs in the past year. According to data supplied to VGC by Press Engine in October, the global pool of gaming journalists has declined by 25% in 2 years.
Read Rapid Reviews instead.
Yeah, with more than 1,200 journalists who regularly covered video games leaving their positions.
Wow.
So, according to Present, I'm going to add this because this is not part of the article, by the way, but I'm choosing to add
editorial.
it. This is a small editorial. According to Press Engine, co-founder and previous guest of Rapid Reviews radio podcast, Gareth Williams.
Yep.
The most significant contributors to job losses in the games media are an overall shift towards covering the biggest names, resulting in increased competition for those who remain, and harmful changes introduced by the Google search engine.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Quote, a culmination of a number of factors has cost video games journalism some of its brightest talents. The COVID highs, followed by a lack of diversification in content, diversification of advertising spend, Google's helpful content updates, summaries, and AI have all contributed to where we are now.
Yep.
Fan-led media might be the simplest route to consolidate revenue for publishers and secure the future for staff, but it's only the start. He then added, in a consumer world where ad blocking is standard and games as a service, and social media are communication tools where children and adults form their relationships, video games media needs to evolve and innovate. Support your favourite publications before you don't have the choice.
Yes. Also visit Rapid Reviews.
Yes, we shall. Yes, you shall, and other independent sites as well, such as the friends that we made along the way, like BRB UK.
Yes. Other things do exist.
Yeah, there are other places that do exist. We write reviews, but there are other places that do cover more news stuff. But that's what this here podcast is for, because we are a supplement of Rapid Reviews UK by doing this.
We are.
So,
it's true.
But I don't disagree with what Gareth had to say about that, and he is absolutely right. You know, I think he was even talking about this when he came on our 50th episode. This has been a long time coming.
Yep.
So the thing that got me in trouble, I said this on a Discord channel. Someone posted a link up to say about this happening, and I put the simple words of, and nothing of value was lost.
It's been a very long time. It's been a very long time since, IGN had anything, added anything to the conversation.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
and
that's just,
Yeah, and that's why I said what I said.
Yeah.
I then had to clarify it by saying, I'm not happy that people were losing their jobs, but
no, that's not what it's about. Oh my gosh.
But people got very upset with me.
Yeah, I forget. People are very sensitive, and Pete can be, much like myself, very direct.
Yep.
And we're not even like, no, of course we don't mean that. We're talking about IGN not as an individual human person.
No, I'm talking about IGN as an outlet. I'm talking about Eurogamer, because they've been going downhill for quite a number of years as well.
Yes,
I mean,
they have.
we used to use them as a source like 5 years ago. We've now moved solely onto VGC because actually, like the disclaimer says at the bottom of the article, they were once part of Gamer Network. They are now 100% fully independent. Yeah. So we use them for news sources because of that reason. Well, I use them because of that reason.
Yeah, I go along with it because
you do
them for that reason.
Yeah. But I mean, if there was another site that would come up and do sort of the level of journalism that used to be done, and we fully commend Jason Schreier when he does most of his articles, because actually it is proper journalism to some degree.
Yep.
Until it's access journalism.
Yeah. I agree with what Nana's saying, though. I absolutely 100% agree. Nana says, it's like IGN has been downhill for like a decade and a half at this point. Absolutely it has. Absolutely it has.
It's the law of diminishing returns when it comes to IGN, you know. And people seem to forget very quickly about some of the absolute horrid crap that they've done over the years.
Yeah.
Like,
been involved with a lot of controversies.
They have.
And that's what, it's always surprising to me.
Yeah.
People just forget.
What was it? Their classic review, I think.
Yes.
What was it? Like 6 out of 10, too much water?
Well, there's
Or
that
whatever
one.
it was.
There's the Kane and Lynch fiasco.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's the games. What is it? A bad game is anything under a 7 or something like that.
Oh yeah, their
thing?
scoring structure. By the way,
It was bad.
You should watch a video on this, and I'm not going to say to watch the original video.
Okay.
Well, you can watch the original video for context, but actually there's a channel called EFAP that actually did a breakdown of a particular video. It's called Every Frame a Pause, by the way. But
Okay.
It's the short version, EFAP.
I don't want to get caught by any filters.
It is quite funny, to be fair. They broke down the video in, let's just say, very exhaustive detail of Alana Pierce talking about the IGN review scale and how utterly ridiculous it was, and how out of touch she comes across.
She really,
Yeah.
People are very loyal to Alana Pierce, and I'm glad she exists because
So do I.
I like to see more female faces, obviously, or voices, whatever, type thing. But she's not a strong voice.
No, she is not.
Never has been.
Nope.
But she's very pretty, and people give her a lot of sway because of it.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they broke down this entire video. It is quite funny, how much she contradicts herself in that video. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Anyway, so feel sorry for obviously the people that are losing their jobs. People don't deserve to lose their jobs because of crap that's happening at the top of the scale. But
and when we say stuff against IGN, we're talking about the publication.
Yep, 100%.
So
Nana says, I feel only strong game industry voices are Gene Park and Kind of Funny.
I do like Gene Park.
Gene Park's fantastic. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Kind of funny, no.
That one guy went over to...
Greg Miller's okay-ish. He has some really good connections within the industry, which is fine. But he is an unbelievable PlayStation shill, and it's ridiculous. It's kind of the same with Colin Moriarty as well. It's they can't see the wood through the trees when it comes to anything other than PlayStation. It's at least be impartial, for Christ's sakes. I just can't really get on board with that. Anyway, so a story that got brought to my attention by Nana, actually. So thank you for suggesting this. Wanted to keep it in. So, hang on. I'm just going to grab a prop.
Okay, I was going to say your mic changed. What?
I have my arcade stick for reasons.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Uh-huh.
I have my arcade stick for reasons, and we'll get to that in a moment. French publisher and accessories maker Nacon has announced that it's filed for insolvency.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So last week, the company announced that its majority shareholder, Big Ben Interactive, has failed to make the partial repayment of its bond loan to its bondholders due to, quote, an unexpected and late refusal by its banking pool.
That's bad.
You're going to have to go and talk about a lot of this, because this is business.
Oh, that's bad. But yes.
So Nacon stated last week that its situation required the rapid implementation of a financial restructuring with its creditors in order to ensure the continuity of its operations.
Oh gosh.
Today it has announced that its available assets do not allow it to meet its due liabilities, and that as a result the company will, as of today, file for insolvency with the court and request the opening of judicial reorganisation proceedings.
Yeah.
These proceedings are designed to let Nacon access all possible situations to ensure the sustainability of the company's activity under the best possible conditions, protect employees and preserve jobs while renegotiating its creditors in a calm and constructive framework. It also added, this procedure will allow the company to continue its business, renegotiate its debts, and develop a credible and effective continuation plan.
It's not going to. They will not continue, not at this rate.
So the company's share price was suspended last week following the news that Big Ben Interactive have failed to make repayments, and Nacon says that it will remain suspended as a result of the news. So who are Nacon? Let's go into it. So Nacon, founded in 1981, now part of Big Ben Group, which owns 76.7% of the company. So they had some quite recent games that they published, including RoboCop Rogue City, Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, Styx, Blades of Greed, and Gear Club Unlimited Free. They also make the Nacon Danger arcade stick, which is a very, very nice stick, by the way.
I was gonna say, I think their hardware is pretty decent, actually.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they seem to be going down the same route as Mad Cats. Do you remember Rad Cats? Everyone remembers Mad Cats.
I mean, I do remember, but I haven't thought about them in forever.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So they started going into video game publishing, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
And they then filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, why?
And they also made really good arcade sticks too. They came back. So I don't have any doubt that Nacon can't come out of this.
Nacon, as you know, it won't.
No, but Mad Cats,
when you know,
as we remember them, didn't survive, but they got revived.
When I say you, again, I'm referring to a business. When you publicly announce that you can't pay your bills, you're screwed, because you're not going to get investors and you're not going to get banks loaning you a line of credit.
Nope.
Because you've just publicly stated you can't pay it back.
Yeah.
So for them to be, that means, basically what that means at this point is the government has or the courts have taken over their company.
Yeah.
Well, not taken over so much as
they're filing the first requests, basically, to start administrative proceedings, basically.
Yeah. That means the creditors have given them as much leeway as they could, and they couldn't do it no more. What I'm trying to say.
Do you want to know how I know about this situation?
How do you know about this situation?
Sports!
Right.
So there was a very big story a long, long time ago that had a personal effect on myself, let's say. There was a football team over here during the mid to late 2000s that there's a football team in the mid to late 2000s that basically did exactly the same thing. They said that their owner had run out of money. They were unable to pay their creditors, and the bank had walked in and basically was like, right, we're taking this football club, we are going to sell all the assets piecemeal, and you will cease to exist.
Yes.
Until a group of supporters lobbied outside the bank that employed the creditors, and a group of 5 individual, let's say millionaires, supporters of the club formed a collaborative effort to buy out the club from the creditors, which now continues to success to this day under basically a new holding company. It's happened in 2 occasions. The one that's more near and dear to my heart was Crystal Palace Football Club.
Right.
This happened in 2010. The same thing also happened to Glasgow Rangers as well, which they had to form what's called Glasgow Rangers Newco. So,
right, okay.
Yeah, so this has happened before, but they can rise again from the phoenix from the ashes.
Yes.
It is possible, but it will require a group, an individual, a group of individuals that feel very passionately about that company to go in, buy it out, and maintain its business assets. They may have to stabilise the business first for a long period of time before they start aiming to try and, gain a profit again. It's going to be a long, hard road, but most people would probably look at that and go, we can't do anything with this.
I was going to say, because you're looking at it this way, like, it's more feasible, let's say, in a football club, than you are a video game publishing business who used to, or maybe still does, publish hardware in a time where there's not just only a global economic, problems, but there's also issues with video games themselves, like the RAM shortage and all that kind of stuff. No one's gonna buy that company.
Yeah, but the problem is like they don't necessarily like supply hardware in that respect. Like they're not, posting like mostly, RAM and all that.
Yeah.
They're like, they're peripherals.
I mostly meant in a time where video games are not going to make money the next couple of years.
No, that's very true.
And I personally would not invest in a video game company that is so far in debt they can't pay their creditors nor get a loan from a bank.
Yeah, it's also a very worrying sign that in October, when I was over at Evo France, they were like a main partner there.
Oh my god!
And they were selling like their sticks there, and I don't know if I saw anyone walk away with a stick that weekend because I didn't see anyone buying any.
They just had someone mismanaging their funds. Whoever their
clearly,
CFO is.
Because that stand must have cost a lot of money to have there and pay all those people to work there that weekend.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong, the staff that were there, fantastic. They were really knowledgeable. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, again, we're never meaning the individuals. We're always meaning the entity that is the business.
It is a shame that we won't get a gold Nacon like arcade stick at Evo France this year. That's a shame.
Buy one and spray paint it gold.
Yeah.
But what's interesting? Pete?
Danga brings up a good point. Better buy the games before they're forced to delist them.
Yes.
Yeah, fair point. I've already got Roxy.
Yeah. Someone told me to play that the other day. I don't remember.
Sorry, Nana's put, speaking of Evo, boy, the changes seem to be making them bloated in terms of events, to be honest. I haven't seen, actually, so I need to go and have a look at... can you post that now so I can read that after the show? Thank you.
You know what's interesting, Pete? I was on Loaded the other day, CD Keys, and it says that they're an official partner of Crystal Palace. Is that your Crystal Palace they're talking about?
Yep.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Is that normal for video game?
Not usually, no, but they seem to be doing it a little bit more recently.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about football, but I'll support that team.
Yeah.
Because video games.
Anyway, right, we're going to move on to the last story. This one might take a little bit longer, but I'll try and get through as much of it as I can. I don't know why I'm even covering this, to be honest.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yesterday, as we record, so Friday the 27th of February, the Pokemon Company celebrated 30 years of Pokemon.
Yes.
With their annual Pokemon Day Direct or Showcase. Yeah. So we're going to talk about the things that were spoken about in that showcase that was 20-something minutes long.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Because I'm not.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so the first thing they showed was a Game Boy-like device. Mm-hmm. Which is basically, as I said, it's a mini Game Boy. It's got...
Okay.
It is what it is. You can interchange the cartridges because each cartridge has different music tracks from the original Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, I believe.
Oh, so is this like those
It's
old style?
it's basically an MP3 device.
I was gonna say yes. Like when they had those weird
Like
ones.
mini disc.
Yes.
But it's stupid because there's 45 songs. So as a result, there are 45 cartridges to collect.
Right. Oh gosh, collect them all.
Basically, yes. So it's a Game Boy
goodness.
jukebox, pretty much as it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only from Red and Blue, not Yellow, which is a shame. But it's the same.
Right.
Anyway, there was a brief update on this year's Pokemon World Championships due to be held in San Francisco, 28th to 30th of August. It was also the inaugural Pokemon XP fan event at the same time.
Okay.
So attendees will be battling each other in TCG, Pokemon Go and Pokemon Unite. And it will be the first year, because it will be on the market by then, that will include the soon-to-be released Pokemon Champions.
Right.
Anyway, Pokemon TCG, the trading card game, for those who don't know what TCG is having a birthday celebration. So 30 years. The trading card game is also celebrating a big 3-0 to mark the milestone. Pokemon is promising, although yet not detailing a dazzling line of TCG products for a global launch. It looked like they're basically having partner cards. So there are certain Pokemon that are actually partnered up in cards. So it's like the attributes of two Pokemon in one.
Right, okay.
Some of the artwork looked incredible, but they always do for TCG.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
There is a new game coming to the Nintendo GameCube Switch 2 online service. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Right, okay.
Not quite sure. So this one confused a few people in the WhatsApp group that I have with Mike, because why didn't they just include Colosseum as well?
Right, okay.
Because Gale of Darkness is a sequel to Pokemon Colosseum.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically built on all the assets of Pokemon Colosseum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a bit weird how they've done one but not
That
the
is
other.
Very odd.
Should have done both of them. Not too sure. Oh, it's out in March, I think. They said it was out in March. Pokemon Go is having an anniversary event because it's been bloody hell. It's been 10 years of Pokemon Go. Holy crap!
Pokemon Go to the polls.
I had to. It has been 10 years since that crappy meme.
That is crazy. 10 years.
10 years since Hillary Clinton thought she was down with the kids.
She was down with the kids. Pokemon Go to the polls.
I could have made a really bad joke there, but you know what happens to people when they badmouth the Clintons.
Well, that too. Yes, I know exactly.
If it does happen, I didn't kill myself.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, so they're having a 10th anniversary Pokemon Go event. The gist is that a huge range of Pokemon will return to Pokemon Go between the 7th and 9th of March, so you want to go and catch them all, of course. Yeah. Additionally, Pokemon Go Tour Kalos Global runs 28th of February to the 1st of March. Okay. Red, the original trainer from Red and Blue, is coming to Pokemon Masters EX with his very old look. Like his classic look. Okay, cool. I'm not even talking about bloody Cafe Remix. God, what a load of crap. Discover Mew in Pokemon Sleep, because I forgot Pokemon Sleep even was a thing.
Oh, yeah, it sure was.
Okay, new arrivals coming to Pokemon Unite. Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno.
I actually know what a Zapdos is.
Yep. Elsewhere, players can also get Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr.
Don't know those, though.
I know Typhlosion, but that's about it. Anyway, this was the announcement that happened a week before that shouldn't have gone out this early because it would have been quite a surprise, and I have big thoughts about it. Fire Red and Leaf Green are now on the Switch. They came out that day. They did confirm that it will have Pokemon Home support in the future.
Right.
They're not on the Game Boy Advance service. They are paid downloads.
Oh, goodness.
Do you know how much they are for each version?
I'm to ask.
No, take a guess.
I mean,
how much would you pay?
Oh, come on! I wouldn't pay anything.
No, I know you. Oh, okay, as a consumer. And you were really into Pokemon.
Okay.
How much would you pay for this?
For now,
this is the remakes that were on Game Boy Advance of Red and Blue. So Fire Red and Leaf Green, or Red and Green. Sorry.
I would, being generous, pay 25 quid.
They're £17 each.
I knew it.
Each. Do you know what makes it worse? Each.
Oh gosh.
You don't get both for that money. It's each $17.99.
No, that's ridiculous.
Or $16.99. I can't remember, but they're $20. That's
ridiculous.
Each.
No, see, I was thinking for both.
Okay, do you want to know what makes it worse?
Yeah, go for it.
Each region, with their individual country of origin, has, and you say you speak French or Spanish.
Yes. Oh no.
They're separate downloads.
Of course.
So they don't even have a language option in the game. So you have so this was one that got brought up in a WhatsApp group because, as you know, Mike lives in Spain. He has people who lives in Spain, who speak Spanish, including his wife.
Yep.
His friend Adam, also the same thing, multilingual household.
Yep.
They would have to spend extra just to do that.
That's ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
And bearing in mind, it is just a ROM. They've done very minor updates to it, including
I knew it was going to be that.
A 2025 update, which means that you can't actually name your Pokemon swear words anymore.
Oh well, that's
trainers.
But
that's it. That's all they've done, and then including Pokemon Home support, and that's it. For stupid money, it's.
I keep playing the ROM I have.
I know. I'm gonna do this. I would do the same.
But.
And to be honest, I don't even think Fire Red and Leaf Green were that great anyway. I think it lost all the character that was Red and Blue or Red and Green from the original Japanese.
I was gonna say once we went past that, I dropped out of Pokemon. I was done at that point.
I was done for a very long time after Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver are excellent.
Yeah.
But that's only because Satoru Iwata worked on them, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
He helped to get basically the whole of what's it? I can't remember whether is it the Johto region is the second region. It's the Kanto region that was the first. He got the whole of the Kanto region working within that cartridge.
Wow.
Yeah, so fair play to him. Anyway, Pokemon TCG Pockets, 30 years of Pokemon. So this is a whole new pack for Trading Card Game Pocket. Called the Paldean Wonders. It's premiering now basically, and then there'll be loads of other stuff that's going on with it, so you can including loads of new booster pack openings, the usual. Pokemon Champions narrowed down.
I just saw what Daker wrote in chat. You can't say it, but
I know. Yeah, I saw it. Previously announced Pokemon Champions, which lets players battle each other in an arena using new or previous Pokemon partners from Pokemon Home. Finally narrowed down its release window a little further to April. So it's coming to the Switch in April. Android and iOS versions are to follow, which I thought was very strange because the trailer actually had them both working together, and why the hell? I don't know. It's very weird anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you went down? Okay.
So, Mega Garchomp Z, and that is horrendous for me to say as an English person. Z.
Yes.
Mega Garchomp
The
Z
correct way.
comes to Pokemon Legends ZA or ZA, however you want to pronounce it.
Z.
No. So
Best letter in the
who cares?
Z.
Right, we've got another look at Pokemon Pokopia. Or Pokopia, however freaking hell you pronounce it. Basically showing off that there's an in-game music section through DJ Rotom.
Oh, okay. Scrotum.
Yeah, DJ Scrotum. Chef Dente, which is a Greedent, is basically like a chef that can teach you things. It's very Animal Crossing Pokemon, and it's got online support for up to 4 people.
Yeah.
So fine, and you can play hide and seek games on each other's islands, and yay, who cares? The final announcement was quite obvious. Unfortunately, it got leaked beforehand. I didn't see it beforehand, but I don't really care anyway, because I'm not going to seek Pokemon news. Generation 10 has finally been announced.
Huzzah, I guess.
They are called Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves.
Oh, goodness.
And the names keep getting worse.
They do.
Yeah, so it's seemingly teasing a Southeast Asian world, blue skies, tropical jungles, and rolling waves. It's got 3 new starters, obviously. So, Brout, Pombon, and whatever that's called. Only one of them actually looks cool because it is basically a dog.
Oh,
a fire dog, another fire dog.
Oh, nice.
And it looks cute. It basically looks like a Pomeranian.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Due to come out in 2027. So they're taking their time with it, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Fine, can't argue with that.
Yeah.
It will probably still look like a Generation 7 game. Because that's what I saw from it. It didn't look much better than anything else that we've seen recently.
Yeah.
And I also decided to stir the pot a little bit by saying 10 FPF waves.
Right.
Because it's clearly going to happen. The waves are going to have 10 frames per second whilst everything else moves at 30.
Well, yeah.
So it was quite funny because Adam in the WhatsApp group was like, oh, it looks like it's going to be better, and then posted a screenshot of one of the mountains that just looks like a static image again.
Oh gosh.
So,
yeah. But I mean, are they going for like an homage, an old look, or is it bad?
All I would say is just look at the trailer yourself and judge for yourself, because I don't think it looks any better. There is an underwater section, which is interesting because it might, but I'm not fussed. I've been burned by Pokemon far too many times over the years recently that I'm just not bothering to even spend the money anymore. So the long and the short of this was it was 20 something minutes of what Temp in our in Rapid Reviews team chat put down. There should have been an email, and it so should have been. It was another Pokemon showcase that was a load of old crap again. God damn it!
They really have not been doing well.
Just show off Oddman Pokemon. It's the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about the games. I don't care about anything else. Just want to see that Oddman show. That's all. Anyway, that's it. That's the news. We're done.
Oh, that's it. That's good because I'm getting sleepy. That mead is working its way through.
Yeah.
But with that said, we do hope you've enjoyed this Saturday night, although it'll be Monday morning for you guys listening.
Maybe.
Maybe. Episode, which just leaves me to say, Pete, where else can they find you out there in your travels?
The internet.
Just
social.
generically,
I mean, you could find me
yeah.
on the socials. Not that we promote them much because they're a little
No,
crap.
because who cares at this point?
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Rapid Reviews, UK, Discord. I'm on there probably more than anywhere else. Do that. Our Radio Pod on Twitter and Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast on Blue Sky. Anyway, whatever. Everyone really wants to know about the Neville Watchers. The Neville Watchers is a show that I do with Kurt Lewin. Film and TV, Marvel Cinematic Universe, the old films that one of us has seen but the other hasn't, or watch-alongs with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is what we did recently because this week we released a new episode, Wonder Man.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I was supposed to tell you last week what my thoughts of it were, but I will tell you later.
Okay.
Anyway, but if you're not Kiley and getting the inside scoop, go and listen to the episode because it was 40.
I listened to it.
It's 40-something minutes, and I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 8-episode series, so it sort of makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, go and check that out. The Neville Watchers on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, a few other places. You can follow that on Blue Sky as well. Just search Neville Watchers on there. Kiley, streaming.
Yeah, so I do stream-a-ling-a-ding dong. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Yeah. Mondays right now I'm playing stuff in the Bendy universe, and Wednesdays I'm playing stuff in the Life is Strange universe, and Fridays I'm playing stuff in the RE universe because I love it forever. And we're still working on some ideas behind the scenes for community nights, and probably going to have just an available Abiotic Factor server, for people who want to casually just have some fun.
Nice.
And stuff like that. But outside of that, that's really it, because I don't do the whole social media thing. I'm up above it. I'm not actually up above it. I'm just lazy. Ask Pete.
This is true.
It takes too much work. I don't care. But yeah, I think that's it. That's it. We done.
Wow, I didn't even have to put my feet up this time.
I know, right? But that does lead me to say thank you so much for joining us. And please do check out Rapper Reviews. What are we, .com?
rapidreviewsuk.com for all the reviews that are coming. There's a few that are on the way.
Reviews you can use.
Yes. Give it a week. There's maybe 10. There'll be a Resident Evil 9 review up. There'll be Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. There'll be a few up and coming big uns, as well as all the great indie games.
Yes, for real. Yeah, I forget my usual spiel because I drink a lot of meat. But
there's also something else I need to tell you off stream as well that will be cool. So we'll promote that soon.
Okay, awesome. So that just leaves me to say thank you for joining us, and we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast. You can watch the recording of the show live on Twitch every Sunday evening at 7 PM UK time at www.twitch.tv/rapidreviews. You can also watch the podcast on YouTube, search Rapid Reviews 5534, and you can also watch the video version of the show on Spotify, just search Rapid Reviews Radio. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a rating, or a comment on this episode. You can also follow us on Twitter at @RRRadioPod, as well as on Blue Sky at rrradiopodcast.bsky.social. Also be sure to visit rapidreviewsuk.com for all the latest reviews and previews.